actually interesting to look back on. Like, because I don't really know how it came about, the idea, you know? I guess it was, my sister had this wig that she wore on Halloween, and so I had that wig, and then I had these, like, circus clothes, because in 4th grade I was in a circus, and so I just figured, I'll put on this costume, and I had this robe that I thought was sort of, like, pimpish, and I was like, I'll put this stuff on, and then I remember I had the idea that, like, I'd rip off my robe at one point. I wanted to do a more ambitious project because, all of my previous projects, it was just one vertically filmed shot, and it was, horribly, terribly filmed, and it was, but this one I wanted to be a little more ambitious, and I wanted to have some, like, cuts in there.
Tell us about the choice to use a square aspect ratio.
Yeah, that was just, like, sort of, I think I just shot it vertically, like, on iMovie, and what it did is it compressed, like, the video in a strange way. I remember I like uploaded it to YouTube, and I was like, why is it so, like, compressed and weird? And it was because of I had shot it, like, on iMovie. And I remember, like, it cut off my face, so through the whole video you barely even can see my face. Mostly you're just seeing, my body. But, I sort of problem solved that one because I just sort of justified it in my mind, and I just figured, like, it's probably best that people are just looking at my body anyway.
Stop this here?
Yes.
So, basketball is a big part of your life, huh?
Yeah, basketball is definitely something I really enjoy now. And again, this is something I could not have foreseen because back when I was, 11, basketball was not really a part of my life at all. You can see here, this was my best friend Jaden, and I had him dribble the basketball, and then I was going to steal it from him. And then if we continue here, you see me, I steal the basketball and I run away with it. And then you see in this part, you see me dribbling it. And you can tell my handle is really poor. You can see I'm even doing like a double dribble. I think that's one of the things looking back that, sometimes I think I don't give myself enough credit for how much I've grown. And then I look back at this and I say, my basketball handle is really, like, has elevated at immense levels compared to what we see here, which is just terrible, just uncontrolled, And now when I dribble the basketball, it's one hand, and it's very calm, cool, and collected, from one hand to the other. I guess the whole thing was just to show, like, a day in the life of Noah the Pimp. Like, what does one day of Noah the Pimp look like? So you see at the beginning, you see him sort of resting. You see him go outside, and he stretches, and then he begins his day. He's grinding all day. He's jogging in the park. He's dribbling the basketball and stuff. And then I wanted to show, as the video comes to a close, this is sort of his day. Stuff is winding down. And so I wanted to just have him sort of relaxing in the tub with, like, a joint. But I didn't really know what a joint was. So you can see here, it's really just, like, I've just crumpled sort of some tissue, and I'm, like, sort of putting it in my mouth and smoking it. But I just wanted to have that sort of end moment. You can hear the iMovie music changes also, and it's sort of like a soft piano. Noah the Pimp just was sort of like for this piece. Like, it was never something I had really thought of before. And yet, like, once I thought of it and, embraced that role, it just felt so liberating. It was like 1 minute I was just this normal sort of humdrum kid in my regular personality, having fun with my friends, making videos, and the next second, like, I'm Noah the Pimp, and I'm this whole other, thing, and I'm embodying this whole other person. So it was really liberating in that way, I think, actually.